Between 1940 and 1970, the world looked to the skies with a mix of wonder and fear as they became the stage for extraordinary events. During this period, the unknown seemed nearer than ever, with numerous reports of UFO sightings and alien encounters making headlines and capturing public attention. As we explore this captivating time, we'll delve into 12 of the most notable UFO incidents, each a unique story filled with suspense, curiosity, and the enticing notion that we may not be alone in the universe. These events didn't just shape history, they became etched in our collective memory, altering humanity's view of the cosmos forever. 1. Foo Fighters, 1940s. During World War II, Allied pilots reported mysterious phenomena known as Foo Fighters. These glowing orbs followed aircraft, exhibited extraordinary maneuverability, and seemed to perform intelligent maneuvers. Pilots from both sides of the conflict reported similar experiences.
You've got a number of lights, 8, 10, 12 lights coming in on the left of the aircraft group that are apparently maneuvering in a very unusual way and then just take off at a very high rate of speed. This type of thing was reported many times,
suggesting a universal phenomenon rather than isolated incidents. The term Foo Fighters was derived from a comic strip, and the sightings were characterized by bright spherical lights that hovered near aircraft and then sped away at incredible speeds. Despite numerous theories, including secret enemy weapons and atmospheric phenomena, the true nature of Foo Fighters remains unexplained.
These objects were called different things at the time before they got a name, and the name that stuck was Foo Fighters. And it comes from a comic strip that was popular at the time called Smokey Stover. And he had a saying, which was, "Where there's a foo, there's fire." The US government has never offered an explanation for the Foo Fighters.
These sightings marked the beginning of modern UFO phenomena and sparked interest in aerial anomalies. The Foo Fighters were not just a wartime curiosity. They were a catalyst for the burgeoning post-war interest in UFOs, laying the groundwork for future sightings and reports. Second, Kenneth Arnold sighting, 1947. In June 1947, civilian pilot Kenneth Arnold reported seeing 9 crescent-shaped objects flying at high speeds near Mount Rainier, Washington. Arnold's description of their movement as like a saucer skipping across water led to the term flying saucer. This sighting received widespread media attention and is considered the first major UFO sighting of the modern era. Arnold estimated the object's speed at over 1,200 miles per hour, far surpassing any known aircraft at the time. His sighting was corroborated by other witnesses, but the object's origin and nature remain a mystery. Arnold's experience laid the foundation for the public's fascination with UFOs and set the stage for subsequent sightings and investigations. The significance of Arnold's sighting extends beyond the event itself.
You've seen something, I've seen something, hundreds of pilots have seen something in the skies. We have dutifully reported these things. And we have to have 15 million witnesses before anybody's going to look into the problem seriously? Why, this is utterly fantastic. This is more fantastic than flying saucers or people from Venus or anything as far as I'm concerned.
It marked the beginning of a new era in UFO sightings, one characterized by increased public scrutiny and media attention. Third Roswell Incident, 1947. Perhaps the most famous UFO incident in history, the Roswell crash involved the recovery of debris from an alleged flying saucer near Roswell, New Mexico. Initially, the U.S. military reported recovering a flying disc, but later retracted the statement, claiming it was a weather balloon.
Would you ever open up Roswell and let us know what's really going on there?
So many people ask me that question.
I know, it sounds almost ridiculous, but it's actually the real question.
It sounds like a cute question, but it's actually, there are millions and millions of people that want to go there, that want to see it. I won't talk to you about what I know about it, but it's very interesting. But Roswell's a very interesting place with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
This retraction fueled conspiracy theories suggesting a government cover-up of an extraterrestrial spacecraft and its occupants. Witnesses reported seeing unusual materials at the crash site, including metal that returned to its original shape after being crumpled. The incident inspired numerous books, documentaries, and investigations, becoming a central piece of UFO lore. Despite official explanations, the Roswell incident remains a cornerstone of UFO conspiracy theories and continues to captivate the public's imagination. The lasting impact of the Roswell incident is evident in its enduring presence in popular culture and its influence on subsequent UFO narratives. Fourth Maury Island Incident, 1947. The Maury Island incident occurred shortly before the Kenneth Arnold sighting and involved Harold Dahl's report of seeing 6 donut-shaped UFOs near Maury Island, Washington. One of the objects allegedly dropped slag-like material that damaged Dahl's boat and injured his son. The incident attracted attention from UFO investigators and government officials, including Kenneth Arnold himself. Dahl's account was initially met with skepticism, and subsequent investigations revealed inconsistencies. Despite claims of a hoax, the Maury Island incident remains significant for its timing and connection to other major UFO sightings in 1947. It highlights the complexities of early UFO reports and the challenges in distinguishing genuine sightings from potential fabrications. The Maury Island incident serves as an example of the early challenges faced by UFO researchers in verifying reports and dealing with possible hoaxes. 5. Aztec, New Mexico Incident, 1948. Following the Roswell incident, another alleged UFO crash occurred in Aztec, New Mexico. Reports emerged that a large spacecraft had landed and was recovered by the military, with witnesses claiming the craft contained alien bodies. The story gained attention through a book by Frank Scully, Behind the Flying Saucers, which detailed accounts from anonymous sources. The Aztec incident is less well known than Roswell, but has its share of dedicated researchers and believers. Critics argue that the story was a hoax perpetuated by con artists, while proponents maintain that it was a genuine cover-up. The incident remains controversial, illustrating the ongoing debate over the authenticity of UFO crash reports. The Aztec incident highlights the period's fascination with crash recovery stories and the persistent belief in government secrecy regarding UFOs. 6. The Gorman Dogfight, 1948. In October 1948, World War II pilot George F. Gorman engaged in a prolonged aerial dogfight with a bright, fast-moving light over Fargo, North Dakota. Gorman reported the object outmaneuvering his plane and exhibiting intelligent control. The encounter was documented by multiple witnesses, including radar operators and other pilots. Gorman's detailed account and the corroborating evidence make this one of the most credible early UFO reports involving military personnel. Investigations by the Air Force's Project Sign suggested the object was a lighted weather balloon. But many remain unconvinced by this explanation.
The Air Force ended up explaining it as a combination of looking at planet Jupiter and a weather balloon, which in retrospect does not make any sense. And Hynek was very skeptical of that explanation.
The Gorman dogfight exemplifies the challenges in explaining UFO encounters and the potential for misidentification of conventional objects. The encounter also underscores the tension between military and civilian interpretations of UFO sightings during the early Cold War era. 7. The Lubbock Lights, 1951. In August 1951, a group of professors in Lubbock, Texas, witnessed and photographed a series of V-shaped light formations moving across the night sky. The sightings were corroborated by numerous residents and captured in a famous photograph by Carl Hart Jr. The Lubbock lights were investigated by the Air Force's Project Blue Book, which concluded that the lights were likely caused by birds reflecting city lights. However, this explanation has been met with skepticism, and the incident remains unexplained.
The problem with that is that there were many observers and they had seen birds before. So the idea that those were simply a flock of birds really isn't a good explanation. It could have been under certain circumstances, but in that particular setting, it does not explain the data.
The Lubbock lights are significant for the large number of witnesses and the photographic evidence, contributing to the growing body of UFO reports in the early 1950s. The Lubbock Lights case highlights the role of photographic evidence in UFO investigations and the ongoing debate over its interpretation. 8. Washington, D.C. UFO Incident, 1952. In July 1952, multiple UFOs were detected on radar and visually observed over Washington, D.C.
We have, as of date, come to only one firm conclusion, and that is that it does not contain any pattern of purpose or of consistency that we can relate to any conceivable threat to the United States.
The sightings led to a series of scrambled fighter jets and widespread public concern. The events, known as the Washington National Airport sightings or the Washington Flap, received extensive media coverage and prompted a high-level government investigation. The Air Force attributed the sightings to temperature inversions causing radar anomalies, but many remain skeptical of this explanation.
That's the history of U.S. government studies on UFOs.
There's the idea that there's a secret and small elite body of people who are covering up the truth from the rest of society. That aliens from space have visited planet Earth, but nobody else is allowed to know about it.
The incident highlighted the increasing tension and interest in UFOs during the early Cold War era and underscored the need for systematic investigation of such phenomena. The Washington, D.C. incident remains one of the most significant mass UFO sightings in history, reflecting the heightened public anxiety and governmental scrutiny of the time. 9th Levelland UFO Case, 1957. In November 1957, numerous motorists in Levelland, Texas, reported encounters with a glowing egg-shaped object that caused their vehicle's engines to stall. The sightings were investigated by local law enforcement and the Air Force's Project Blue Book. The official explanation attributed the phenomena to an electrical storm and ball lightning, but witnesses disagreed with this conclusion.
Well, sir, it was a flying object. It was oval-shaped, and to me it looked flat on the bottom. It was something I'd never seen before, and my car did quit running on the highway, and coming back from Lubbock is what caused me to notice it. I see. Did you actually see the object itself? Yes, sir, I did. And could you give us approximately the size of the thing, or was it a massive, or was it just a light, or what happened? Well, no, sir, it looked solid to me. I mean, it did have a definite shape. It was kind of egg-shaped. It was flat on the bottom, and it was a luminous, bright. And about how long did it stay where you were? Oh, 3-4 minutes, something like that. And when it took off, did it also travel straight up? Well, almost straight up, and at very high speed.
The Levelland case is notable for the consistency of the reports and the physical effects on vehicles, which add credibility to the accounts. The incident remains a compelling example of the interaction between UFOs and mechanical systems and continues to be studied by researchers. The Levelland case demonstrates the impact of UFO sightings on ordinary individuals and the broader community. 10. Betty and Barney Hill Abduction, 1961. The Betty and Barney Hill abduction is one of the most famous alien abduction stories. The couple claimed to have been taken aboard a spacecraft and subjected to medical examinations by extraterrestrial beings. The Hills' detailed account, obtained through hypnosis, included descriptions of the aliens and their procedures. The story received widespread attention and was later adapted into a book and a television movie. The Hill abduction case was significant for being one of the first widely publicized abduction reports and for the psychological and physical evidence presented. It sparked a new genre of UFO encounters and influenced subsequent reports of alien abductions. The Hill case also highlighted the use of hypnosis in retrieving abduction memories and the challenges in verifying such experiences. 11th. Westall UFO Encounter, 1966. In April 1966, over 200 students and teachers witnessed a large, saucer-shaped craft landing and taking off from a grassy field near their school in Westall, Victoria, Australia. The event was widely reported in the media, and witnesses have consistently maintained their accounts. The Westall encounter was investigated by local authorities and UFO researchers, but no definitive explanation was found. The incident is notable for the large number of witnesses, the daylight sighting, and the proximity of the craft to a populated area. The Westall UFO encounter remains one of Australia's most significant UFO sightings and continues to be a topic of interest and debate. The Westall case underscores the importance of eyewitness testimony in UFO investigations and the challenges in achieving consensus on such reports. 12th. Shag Harbour Incident, 1967. The Shag Harbour incident involved multiple witnesses observing a large, illuminated object crash into the harbour in Nova Scotia, Canada. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police and military divers investigated the site but found no trace of the object. The incident was documented in government reports and remains unexplained. The Shag Harbour incident is significant for the official acknowledgement of the event and the thorough investigation that followed.
It's a light, and here's where the light was first in the water, and it drifted there and went out. And here's where the RCMP officer was. There's his car, he was somewhere across there when he see it, and that's where he called it in.
It is one of the best documented UFO cases in Canadian history and continues to be studied by researchers and enthusiasts. The Shag Harbour case highlights the potential for government and military involvement in UFO investigations and the importance of
I think it's a very good objective for the human species at this critical moment when we're in this halting and tentative and not fully successful way, trying to bind up all the peoples of the earth into what we clearly are, one species and one planet. I think the very thought of there being other beings different from all of us can have a very useful, cohering role for the human species.
The period between 1940 and 1970 was marked by numerous UFO sightings and encounters that captured the public's imagination and led to significant investigations. From the mysterious Foo Fighters of World War II to the detailed abduction account of Betty and Barney Hill, these incidents contributed to the growing body of UFO lore and raised important questions about extraterrestrial life. Each sighting, with its unique circumstances and witness accounts, added to the complexity and intrigue of the UFO phenomenon. Despite official explanations and investigations, many of these cases remain unresolved, fueling ongoing interest and speculation. The legacy of these sightings continues to influence contemporary discussions about UFOs and alien encounters, highlighting the enduring fascination with the unknown and the possibilities that lie beyond our understanding. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the skies, these historical sightings provide a foundation for future research and a reminder of the enduring human quest for knowledge and discovery. Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for the latest revelations in space exploration. Hit the bell icon to stay updated, and let's continue to explore together.